and welcome to Gunpla Reviews, where it is myself versus my shelf. Almost 170 model kits and a queue of reviews to do. Today is the high-grade Universal Sentry LM314 V21 Victory 2 Gundam from our grandpa's year of 2014. Again, not very old of a kit, but 5 years ago just always seems like so very long ago. This was at least some progress when they started the All Gundam project and at least gave us the most popular and the leading mobile suits to several series that didn't have high-grade kits. So, up here in the front, we have our model kit. On the back, we have our posing and accessories and gimmicks, as well as the blurb. We cannot read. This is a time before dual language manuals. As is tradition, we have our runner count and warnings. Over here, we will start with the body and backpack. Move on to the arms. More about the arms here. Going into the head and torso construction, followed by feet. Always feet before the rest of the legs. I still don't understand this concept. We finish up the legs, get into lower half assembly, and then on our last pages we have more pictures of the mobile suit itself, as well as gimmicks and accessories, followed by the aforementioned accessories and their construction and application therein, as well as a core lander. So, what came with every single one of the Victory kits, as well as several other mobile suits that incorporated the core lander gimmick? This is the first thing I'm going to talk about real quick, is the Victory 2 core lander. It has zero articulation whatsoever. It is a squish. They didn't even give you stickers to cover this up. They did give you an action-based adapter, so you can plug this into your standard 3mm peg, but it exists mostly to be there. I'm not a fan of these since they don't plug in or plug out. Nah. But let's proceed with the main event. Our boy, the Victory 2 Gundam. Beginning with the head, as is tradition. We'll find out that he's got a little bit of side. He's got some forward and back head rocking there. We are rocking out to stand up to the Victory. As well as... Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we get a full Exorcist twist in there. Poltergeist. Exorcist? Exorcist. Poltergeist is the one with the TVs. At the arm, we get full shoulder rotation, a little side shoulder skirt flap thing, so that way we actually get blocked bicep rotation because of this flap. I wish I would quit blocking the camera, but I don't realize I'm blocking. So we rotate, and then it stops here because of the shape of things. But of course, if you bend the arm, you get full rotation. I can't help that my hand gets in the way. I'm so very sorry, people. I really try not to. You get a more than 90-degree bend at the arm, as well as a little bit of extra, right, not counting the ball joint here, but there's a little bit of extra bend here at the wrist. Let me bring that down and show you. Oh, we'll just pop the arm out. But yeah, you can see you get that little extra bit of wrist bend in there. I think that may be accounting for the extra gimmick here for the shield that we will cover in a few moments. Back here in the back, I didn't mean to pull that off, but that does come off. That is a single peg, so it's not universally two peg backpacker 2-peg backpack adapter compatible, but as far as I'm aware, there were some expansion and weapon sets like the promos, the free giveaways, that have a 2-to-1 plug. I think I have 1 or 2 of those in my toolbox down below. The thrusters back here have some back and forth, as well as opening, because they are fitted for the Wings of Light P-Bandai set. I've never been able to find a Wings of Light set that wasn't like price tag and strapped down and tied down to a Victory 2 Assault Buster or a Victory 2. I can't get the wings. I have to buy both, and I don't want to buy a repeat. I'm not into that. I'll buy multiple forms. At one point, I owned all 4 Victory Gundams that existed. The B-, the V, the V2 AB. So, getting into the arm movement going upward, there's some very unique construction going on here. As you can probably see, this piece is an upward, like, lifted something. I don't know what to call this. But, okay, let's see if I can pop that shoulder out. Yeah, there we go. So that's a regular insert there. But over here is you have this elongated piece that's attached to the shoulder armor, as opposed to being something that's inside here and then the shoulder armor itself moves kind of freely. Because now the shoulder armor is, well, the arm does move independently of the shoulder armor, but then the shoulder armor is also attached. And then there's, for as many kits as I've built, I've never seen anything else attached like that. But it allows far more than just a T-pose. Praise the sun, as they say. At the waist, you get some side-to-side crunch. You can see that in there, the separation at the waist. You get a little bit of twist and turn there, as blocked by the front skirts. These I left attached. Let's see what kind they are. Survey says these could be separated. I chose not to, and I will continue to do so, as not to ruin anything. Side skirts have minimal motion and no butt flap. No moving butt flap. Mecha Gaikutsu would be sad. Premium book. So, with the front skirts out of the way, we get a good amount of kick. Why does that knee look bent on the camera? That's weird. He looks squat. I know he's very short, but he looks very silly. You get a double joint knee to get that. And then bringing the foot back out. I said bringing the foot back out. Something has gone terribly awry. There it goes. It was just stuck. Oh no. It disconnected from everything. Something did go awry. There you go. Mash that back in. You have... Is that normal? Yeah, it was. Just push it. So, while I was getting very confused, you have Sabatons. I always love some Sabaton action. You get a lot of foot action in here, as well as, like, so what had happened was that there was enough bend that it rotated, but I'd also like popped it out. I keep pulling it up because I feel like I'm breaking something and it's concerning. Like you can see the joint, perhaps. There's jointage under the foot, but it's freaking me out like I'm finna break something because, good grief. And it doesn't even transform. Like, there's no transformation gimmick here. It doesn't do that. But that's a lot of foot bend, and that keeps making me pull it to my face and think I'm finna break it. I don't want to break my model kits again, man. So that is freakishly impressive. It only comes with the 2 holding hands in which to put a beam rifle. A beam rifle houses the one and only sticker that's not in the face, which is a camera, as well as an attachment for, I guess, But it's probably grenades, extra beam, battery, sniper rifle, something. I actually don't know. I didn't look into it, and that's my fault. It also comes with a variety of effect parts. You get 2 saber handles to put not 1, not 2 beam sabers, but even a 3rd beam saber. A sort of fan going on. I believe in Robot Wars Alpha Guided it called this an 8-way beam saber, so it's probably expanding, 8 different points. Now this, if you hear that, is a very different, harder kind of plastic, which is included even. It's not flexible like regular beam sabers. Do I have one easily accessible on? Yeah, I'm gonna grab this from the Lego, and these are like regular beam saber, like, you know how they feel. These, for all the Victory Gundams, feel like a completely different material for the beam saber effect parts. It's very strange. Like, a good strange though. Like, just because it's strange doesn't make it bad. And of course, the shield. The same hard plastic, to which, as shown earlier, plugs into either one of the elbow red parts. You'll pull that out, and out here there's also a tip that separates, that can be easily lost if you're not careful, if you're like me, and you'll spend hours looking for it unnecessarily. The easiest way is to take your red piece, plug that into the shield first, and then proceed to plug that into the arm. I believe there might be a certain facing. No, it's good. I did it again, where I pulled it off camera because of where I'm standing in relation to the kit. So, once again, you plug that in, and we pull that forward. Now, it is a little bit loose. Sometimes, I guess you just gotta press that in there, and there you go. It is attached like so. Very much like the F91. Something that I did forget to mention at the top of the review, there are only a few stickers in here, mostly the eyes, the camera, one here at the back of the head, and then these under here, which are only for this, unless you wish to sacrifice them for the Corelander. I'm fairly certain you aren't. So with that, we have the Victory 2 Gundam. It is a nice little tiny boy kit, and we here at ZEON give it a bund it. If you find one of these, any 4 of the Victory kits are absolutely golden. Coming soon is the 2nd Victory Gundam kit, a P Bandai variant therein. I'm going to do a little research, but you will very much, quite likely, find a review of that on this channel here. So stay tuned for future Pludpla and Zappa versus the Shelf model reviews. I thank y'all for watching, and as always, SIEG ZEON.